Right, next we're going to do this hip roof section on the main part of the house. So what I'm going to do is just clone that floor plan and click Build Roof Base tool, and I'm going to set it at the height of the walls, and roof overhang we're just going to add an arbitrary 300mm, and we're going to add a depth of 20 centimeters, and we're going to go build. Then what I'm going to do is, as you can see here on this floor plan, you can actually see the roof plan marked in there in dashed lines. So I'm going to go texturing, copy all, click and hold the left button on that plan, drag it to the roof base, and I'm then going to, using move mode, simply trim this shape around the perimeter of the roof. Now if we look at the elevation, we can actually see that this section here comes all the way down to the lower floor. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to trim around the point where it moves to the lower floor, which is there. Don't forget to square up your points. And that comes out to that point. Goes back to there. Now I'm using draw mode to add new points to it, but just don't forget to square up your points. Now you can also see here that the roof plan for that lower section's also on this. We'll do that as a separate segment as well. And likewise, that gable section we've just done is also on that plan there. And just make sure you haven't got any points in a line, so we'll just get rid of that point. And there's our roof plan. Now to add a roof to that, we simply click on it and go Auto Build Roof. Now we just make sure that that's the right angle and at the right height. And we can actually see that this roof actually comes down over the wall slightly. And I would say that it doesn't say on the plan, but it's the default roof that ViewBuild builds is 22.5 degrees. I'm guessing that's probably about 25 degrees. And if we now move our point back, we're pretty close. Okay, so now we've got to deal with this lower floor, and if we have a look at this elevation, we can actually see that where the void is, there's no wall there at the upper level. So what we're going to do is split that wall and delete that section and delete that section, and that actually returns back in there. So we're just going to draw that wall segment in, and we're going to build a roof section that goes from the upper floor to the lower floor. So if we just simply get the rectangular foundation tool, set a working plane on that angle of the roof, and drag a roof section down. Like so. And then you'll notice we've also got one at the front. So we'll just, since we've got, we can use that angle at the front, and we can just lower that segment like so. Now if you're finding it's a little bit light here because of the lighting, we can just darken those planes up. Then it's simply a case of aligning that to the upper roof. And there we go. And where this roof intersects will be the natural ridge line. Like so. There we go. And then we can just trim this roof section as required. There we go. Now I think we've got a little bit more overhang there. And we'll just square that point up. Then all we do is copy that material to that material by going copy all, and we'll just drag, click and hold the left button on the roof. While you're holding the left button, move the mouse to these faces, and there's our roof there. And we've just got a little bit more cleaning up to do at that end. There we go. Then all we need to do is add a section over that roof, over that floor area, and to do that I'm simply going to add a rectangle. I'm going to set a working plane on the top of that wall, and I'm going to drag out a rectangle, set the depth of it, and then simply go build roof. Then all I'm going to do is go to move mode and move these points back to the wall. Now these points are very handy because you can see where they intersect, and if you go to preferences and go to helpers and turn off show control points on the side, you can actually see where the midpoints of the control points are. Then we'll just simply use our elevation to set the height, like so.